What's up, Matt? Links in the chat if you want to come up, buddy. How you doing today tonight, Matt? Oh.
Howdy.
How you doing tonight, buddy?
Ooh, I ain't felt too good today.
Yeah, I'm sore. I fell on some ice the other day.
Oh, man. Yeah, everybody in my family has been sick with the crud. My brother, my sister, all of them. So how y'all been?
We're doing pretty good. KK's in Indy right now at a cheer competition.
Oh. How's Mama doing?
She's doing pretty good. Sore from all the walking.
I can imagine. Yeah, we're all going through a lot right now. Prayers to everybody. I didn't sleep that good last night. Ooh, I felt rough. Felt a little better a little bit later on in the day, but this morning was awful. Where is everybody?
Who knows? I just started, so there's Jim.
Hey, Jim. Turn that whirly magnet on full power. Have y'all talked to Fecto and Elms lately?
Emily talks to Jeff all the time. Just going through some shit right now. I can't really go into, but
I think I already know. Sometimes me and him talk about different things. I know. I think I know. I'm turning prayers to him.
what's so special about that wrench, Jim?
I know where his wrench is upside his head.
It cup his ass.
Ooh, that's cold. It is 61 degrees down here right now.
Wish it was that up here. It'll be 55 Wednesday.
I mean, we've been having some nice weather here lately, but it's just with the night it gets pretty cold during the night. Let's see what it's supposed to get. Ooh, shit! Sunday night's gonna get down in the 20s here.
Tomorrow, our high is only supposed to be in the 20s.
No. See, Saturday, it's like tonight, supposed to get to 41. Sunday night, 29. And 10% chance of rain.
Matt's not in pink. He's in red and
Oh,
black.
red, you dummy. You're colorblind.
See, tomorrow's supposed to be 25, Monday 31, Tuesday 47, Wednesday 60, and then Thursday 48, 31, 39, 45, 52. We're in that roller coaster stage.
Yeah, let's say tonight, supposed to be 41. Sunday here, high is 56, lows 29. That's going to be the only cold, and then Monday night's going to be cold. We got rain coming in Wednesday and Thursday and Friday. Thursday, we're supposed to get the thunderstorm 60%. But temperature, I hate them cold nights, make my bones ache.
It needs to warm up and rain, get the grass growing. What's up there, James?
Hey James, how you doing?
Yeah, it needs to warm up a little bit, rain a little bit, get the grass growing.
Yep. Let's see what this other camera here. So that camera's kind of crappy. This. Oh, it made me look. Give me something right quick.
What's up, Robert? You're funny, buddy. The link's right above you if you want to come up, man.
Man, I got me an RC Cola.
Dr. Pepper here.
Good old Dr. Pepper. I ain't had one of him in a while. Hey, Robert. No, I tell you what, got a little nippy this evening a little bit. I was sore to see earlier today. Nice.
Well, right now it's 25. Feels like 16.
Ouch. Oh God.
I think Robert gets timed out for that comment. Yeah, I think you should too, James.
Nah, I wouldn't time him out for that.
Nah. I was out like this yesterday or day before. Out in a thin long sleeve shirt.
Yep. Yeah, I tell you what, this morning I felt
Hey,
pretty.
what's up there, Ranger?
Hey, Ranger.
How you
How
doing,
you doing,
buddy?
buddy?
Links in the chat if you want to come up, man. Here, I'll
There's a
post it
link in
again
there.
for you.
Don't be afraid to come up here with us.
Ranger's not afraid.
Nope.
There's Robert. Oh, one buddy. Minute there, buddy. There he is.
Yep.
Hey, Robert.
Matt.
Mr. Rubbing in the heat.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, Steve, but I had to. It's just like short sleeve weather, baby.
Oh
Nah,
my God.
nah. I gotta tell you, yesterday started that video on that replacement on that fuel line on my GT. Then the Thursday. Yeah. Yesterday I went to Ace Hardware, got some zip ties because I need some zip ties. Well, get everything put up. I'm like, where the fool my zip ties at? I'm like, great. But whatever. I got another bag today from Amazon, so I'm good to go.
Nah, I had some tie straps somewhere around here somewhere. I don't know if I got them now or not. I used to have some small ones, but I had to use a lot of them in redoing the cables and stuff in some of the sirens that I work on.
Yeah.
I'm getting where I ain't able to do that no more.
Yeah. Nah, I didn't think I was gonna be able to replace the fuel line on that mower, on that tractor. I looked at it, I'm like, how's it supposed to come apart? Well, the seat and that part of the fender unbolt from the footrest. So I'm like, oh, I can do this. Nope. I'm getting well versed at it. Next mower to do is that John Deere LT 133. So gotta replace the fuel line. Now, gotta replace the fuel line. Then I gotta figure out, get the battery charged up and see if this thing's gonna crank. If it's gonna turn over, no problem. But if it ain't gonna fire, I'm gonna be like, yep, well, time to do a valve adjustment.
Yeah, my brother's supposed to. Guy brought a mower out for him to look at about 3 weeks ago, and he was looking at it, and then the guy ended up having the C word, and my brother ended up getting it. His wife got it, and his little daughter got it. And that side of the family got it, and my sister and all of them got it.
That sucks.
And
yeah, we got that white stuff.
Yeah.
Nah, yeah, this weather is kind of damn funny around here because Mars supposed to be 54 and today it was 70 something. I'm like, whatever. Nah, luckily we went to Walmart day because tomorrow everybody and their brother's gonna be up in there trying to get everything for the big game.
Yep.
They'll be in there buying TV.
The big Bengals win.
Yeah. Nah, they gonna be buying these big screen TVs. Then when they get through with them, I'm like, I don't need it. Taking it back, but you better keep the receipt then, buddy.
Hell, if I had If I got another TV or anything, I'll get me probably another 55-inch or get me a bigger one. But the big one here, I put this one, put it in there in the other room, in my room.
Hell, if I had the money, I'd get me a 7. See, I got a 55 downstairs. If that's what it is, I'd get me a 65 or a 70 and put down there.
Well,
I'll probably put a 70 right here because the table's big enough for it. And I put a 70 here. I take the 55 I've had here and move it in there. I hook my security cameras to it and also my DVD player and all that stuff out.
Yep. Oh yeah, when I was in Ace Hardware yesterday, I said the fool with it got me a map torch.
Yeah, I got one of those.
Yep. I was just wanting to buy the head, but I'm like, yeah, well, if it's gonna come with a tank, so I got another tank, so I'm like, yep. Just got to be real careful with that joke, because map gas, it makes propane look sick for heat.
Yeah, I was gonna buy probably next. Well, if the prices ever come back down, I'll probably get me a torch and stuff where I could cut steel. No, I'll just get me a plasma cutter and be done with it.
Yep.
Just go out and buy a oxypropane torch. It works just as good as oxyacetylene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get a small one.
Yeah.
I know they make it. They make a little smaller set. The tank's smaller, but
yeah. They sell them at I seen them at Home Depot. Comes with a little thing you can carry around, because them big tanks, you gotta roll it. Like,
them things are heavy too.
Yep.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah. Now, I seen somebody one time, they had a damn 220 Lincoln arc welder, but they did something to it where it became a cutting thing. My brother-in-law had a Subaru Brat. Well, he wanted the sheets took out, and they were welding in. So him and his brother, they did something like his brother's 220 Lincoln arc welder and used it to cut the sheets out. I'm like, yep.
There is a rod that they use that it don't weld. It's a cutting rod. They use that cutting rod used to cut the metal to whatever they're. I can't remember what kind of rod it is. Use it to cut with.
Oh yeah. Well, I used to work one day. I walked by the shop, and normally when somebody's arc welding, you're supposed to not look. Well, you could look at it because they had that yellow screen in front of it. So because I have accidentally looked at it just long enough, I'm like, yep, that I see why they tell you don't look at it. Cause that will burn. Yep, burn your eyes in a minute. Was it? One day at school we was using an arc welder, but this wasn't that damn blue color. This was putting out a green color. I'm like, but I still didn't.
It's usually you got you got TIG welding and you got MIG welding, and there's really that much difference in TIG using a rod, same way you do with your
MIG.
Your MIG, but the MIG is wire feed. The other one is separate. They're basically the same damn machine. And the only difference, you got a tip in the other one, and
right, and the opposite one.
Yep. Well, one day at work, somebody had to do some work on our cargo truck, and they said, I ain't studying there freaking trying to use a 220 stick, so they just brought out the wire wire feed welder and stuff, And I heard guys say if you want a good contact, you do a V groove on the two pieces of metal that you want to put together.
Yep.
You bevel it, what you do.
Yeah.
You bevel the metal. You basically you put like a slight angle in the metal on both sides, and you weld it to the center. You weld the center, get that bead in the center, and then you weld it on each side of it, and then you fill it in. Then you got the actual parts fill in. And you can grind it down, smooth it the way you want to.
Yep. Now I do this though. Oh, we need to do some welder on your car, and that's if it's that first time of using a welder on a car. Yeah, buddy, you better disconnect the battery, because they say if the battery's still connected and you double ground, because you got to put ground to do welding. I'm like, yeah, I don't think I want to be around when that battery explodes. I'm like, nope.
If you on that part, you don't have to really worry about it. If you're welding on the frame or whatever, all you go as long you ain't welding across the battery post. You don't have to really worry about it.
No. Yeah, I say this though, when cutting a piece of metal, I would rather use a damn as Steve said, a plasma cutter. I've seen people cut metal with a acetylene torch. Yeah, you got that fine line that you're trying to cut. Well, guess what? You lose more metal cutting with a acetylene than you do with a plasma cutter. Plasma cutter is not it's smaller and stuff. But thing is also.
If you've seen the price of plasma cutters, and the price of them here recently just jacked up 3 times. I should have went ahead and bought one last 2 years ago when I had it. That same one went from $800 to $1,800.
Yep. Oh, did y'all see Terrell fixes all new video?
No.
Nah, well, Stens Corporation came up with a I say semi-auto chain sharpening machine for chainsaws. The price tag was $23,000. I'm like, yeah. If you're gonna be sharpening chains like that all day long, you better be. I said you need to be owning a big tree company like what's that one in the orange truck? Starts with an A.
I can't remember the name of them, but I know who you're talking about.
Oh, and today, Matt, we passed by that auction, that big equipment auction dealership here in Eatonton. Boy, they had a damn front end loader out there. Good God, the bucket on that thing. I'm like, whoa, buddy. Oof, that thing pick a damn minivan up. I'm like,
That's a big machine.
Yep. Nah, it's something about probably like what they use in cement plants, because I went to the Walker Concrete plant in Griffin one day with somebody, and there's guys out there loading the front end loader with sand and stuff. Well, all of a sudden he backed into the damn dump truck right next to him, who was bringing some more sand. Well, this guy who was operating the machine had to get off, go in the office, take a drug test. Luckily, they had somebody to jump right in his, get right back in the machine. I'm like, yep. Because when you start making concrete, you got to keep that loader going. They got to get sand, and they got to get rock, and they got to get rock, then they got to get sand. They got to keep that hopper full. So I'm like, yep. I seen it and I heard it, and I'm like, oh boy. And that guy on the dump truck, he's out there checking to make sure he could still use it, because otherwise, one dump truck down, yeah, that's money
And you
lost for
got
the
some
day.
drivers and dump trucks too that you got to keep an eye
Yep.
on.
Mm-hmm.
They'll park them right in the dang way too.
Yep. No. Nah. Oh yeah, the other day they had a dual axle dump truck out there for sale. Had the bed tilted up. That thing looked brand new. I'm like, what? From what I could see of it, that thing looked clean as all get. I'm like, shit. Yep.
I tell you what, back when I operated an excavator, I used to run a 690 John Deere. I used to run one of those and load the trucks and all.
Yep.
With load down probably about 200, 300 loads a day.
Nah.
Moving on.
Yeah.
And the controls on it, the controls on that old machine is like the way the backhoe is. And you got but a lot of the newer machines now, it's different. You got your boom and your bucket and your house and crowd on your left hand now.
Yep.
The one I was on then didn't have a thumb on it. Man, I really like the thumb feature.
Yep.
That had become one of the most versatile machines.
Yep.
You can tear a house down easy with it.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, the other day I was watching Jimmy HMS, that guy up in Maryland does heavy metal scrapping.
Mm-hmm.
He had a little mini excavator in there tearing part of a damn building down that was made out of wood, and he had that thumb on that thing. He just grabbed it, boom. Then they went inside with it. Boy, the concrete dust. Ooh, I'm like, I'd be like, yeah, somebody give me a mask, or somebody better get in there and clean that mess up, because they pulling the room inside down. Boy, the concrete dust. I'm like, nope.
I have closed the door on them because the dust be so bad. I just pulled the door too.
Yep. I think the one he was using was a enclosed cab. Oh,
whenever that dust gets where I can't see, I take my hands off the controls until I can see it again, and then go from there. Because you don't want to move it unless you can see what you're doing.
Yep. Oh, was it? The color on this little mini excavator almost looked like that. There's a rental place called Sunbelt that rents heavy equipment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Komatsu makes a good machine.
Yeah, Komatsu does.
Yeah, Komatsu makes a good one. There's another machine. They ain't been out very long, but they're decent engine, a decent machine. Yamar is a decent machine.
Yep.
And Kamuchi or something like that. They make good steers too.
Oh, we got this tractor place on 441 in Millersville. It's Coyote tractors. I'm like, okay.
There's one I've been seeing a lot here lately. It's called TYT. It's a new machine. I ain't really seen that particular machine much, but it's a newer one down here in the southeast.
Yep.
And I've seen a lot of people getting them, but I'm not familiar with the machine. If they give me one of them, I use it for as long as they want me to.
Yep.
I give them an honest review.
Yeah.
John Deere ain't gonna give you a damn thing.
Nah, I remember one time we people I stayed with, well, he talked to the Spalding County Airport Authority. There's a part of a damn road they closed off. Well, he wanted to go in there and get some chain link fence out of there before they, whatever. So he went to Yancey Brothers Equipment and rented a small
cat.
Yeah, small cat. Well, he's in there one day. I think it was either in there the day we was picking it up or taking it back. I seen what they call a Georgia buggy. He said, yeah, that's something they use in spots where they can't get a concrete truck. They just back the truck up to it, pour concrete in, drive that thing, dump it, go back, get some more. It's like, But that place, boy, they had some nice cat machines, but yeah. Oh yeah, Spalding County Correctional Institute. They be out there using the prisoners to cut grass, but the prisoners were using old school yellow looking Ford utility tractors. Well, the guy who's watching over them, he was on a Yancey cat tractor cutting the grass. I'm like, dude, nice looking tractor. Yep. Oh yeah, we'd come back from Walmart. God, what was that? There was a low boy sitting there. Had a damn big ass damn Kubota on the back of it. I'm like, damn, somebody has some money.
Yep.
I
tell you, they make some good mini excavators, but there's one of their quick steers that they have out there. Only one problem I don't like about the quick steer. Right there where the lift was, and the lift when the work connects to the machine, down in the bottom, it cakes full of dirt down there. And they don't have. It should be an open down at the bottom where the dirt will fall right through, but it's not like that.
Yep.
No. You have to take a plate off and just about go through the act of Congress just to get it out.
Yep. No.
But the newer ones, they have fixed that area. They actually open it up more. Where all that dirt and stuff, it comes to the top if it ever falls in. When you raise that bucket up, there's people bad about raising that bucket up and dirt just falling out. But
yeah, I remember one day we was at this house in Griffin. Well, the guy wanted some holes dug to plant these big old Christmas trees. Well, this guy come in there with a Bobcat skid steer, and he had forks on it, and he was using the forks to dig the hole with. I'm like, oh well, and we had to use that same machine that day. The guy wanted to put a bathroom in this other building, so we had to dig a trench for the pipe because it's going to be one of them pump type septic systems.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to go to a place called Nickel Rental and rent a trencher. I tell you what, though, they had to come out there and do something to it because they apparently didn't do something to it, and then things started acting up. Well, we can't do nothing till y'all get this fixed. But it did the job. But this guy, he would have to open up the back of that damn Bobcat to shut the engine off. I'm like,
yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yep, it had a Kubota in it. But like I said, machine there wouldn't need to, but that's the first time I've seen somebody actually take forks and dig a hole. I'm like, yeah, well, had to dig it big enough because the tree they was planting, the damn root ball, yeah.
I tell you now, these days they're using mini excavator and a skid steer. Used to, you know what machine used to do that job? Both machines. Regular backhoe.
Yep.
Backhoe loader.
Yep.
That's what they used to do, that same job. Now they can take a mini excavator, get in tighter places. You can get in an area with a mini excavator. That backhoe is 25, 30 foot long. You have to have
Yep.
that much space to turn that damn thing around.
Yep.
Especially a 310D John Deere.
Yep.
And I have done it. I have got into some tight spots with it. But
Yep.
you better know what the hell you're doing, or you're gonna tear up something.
Yep. No. Yeah. Yeah. Cause I like them little mini excavators. They can damn rotate. Yep. I like to see a mini excavator dig a perfect round circle, because that guy would have to know how to angle that damn cab and stuff. You know, they could do it at your ship.
You can do it. You could get the outline of it. You could set one spot, and you could dig just the outline of it. Then you would have to dig. You'd have to get off that and then dig it out, and
Yep.
dig it like this, and dig it 180 degrees.
Yep.
And you dig it all the way around to where your tracks are, and back it off and dig that out, that area there, and you can dig 360 degree round circle.
Yeah.
You
No.
have to have a way to get out of it to be able to do it.
Yep.
That's
No. Nah. The darndest digging I ever seen. We had this guy where I used to work. We went to school together. Well, he needed to dig new drain line stuff for a septic tank. He'd get off work, go home every day, and dig all this out by hand. I'm like, he had pictures. I'm like, good God Almighty, boy. I'm like, I said, it saved him money, because if he'd had somebody else come out there and dig all that, yeah, nope.
And the thing is, I tell you what, an average system back in the day when I used to do it, it's about $4,000. Now it's about $8,000.
Yep.
Because tractor time per hour has went up, materials gone up, and labor's gone up. Everything has just about doubled in the time that I used to do this kind of work.
Yeah. No.
I just shook my head what prices are now.
Yep. Now, there's this one yard I do work for every now and then. Well, their mobile home is a 1974 model, and they were told that mobile home could not be towed out of there. They want to build a stick built. So that means they're going to have to go in there and start tearing this mobile home down by hand, unless they can find somebody where they I know a guy could do it. He has a big, pretty good sized excavator, but the thing is what he would charge them. Now, once they get all that cleared off, the lot size is going to determine the house size. So they would have to call 3 different house builders and see what they would charge per square foot. Now, if they come up, they say, oh, we got say a budget of $200,000. Yeah, buddy, that $200,000 might not get you far, depend on who has the cheapest price per square foot, because $200,000 to build a house, shit. Oof.
Right
price of lump. Yep.
Yeah. You're gonna pay 3 times more for a house right now than you would 2 years ago.
Yeah. Like I said,
materials just went outrageous.
Yep.
Yeah,
I said, say 3 years ago, then same 3 damn house builders, their price was lower per square foot for building a house. But now, they had to raise that price. They had to raise that price up, because like building materials, unless you have your own land and you have enough timber on there to damn build it yourself. You have it all cut down. You cut it down.
Depends on where you at. And what's the code is if there are restrictions on any of that.
Yeah.
That's the problem these days. You got ordinances and codes you got to go by. Depends on what city and where state you're in.
Yeah.
In some parts of Georgia, they're very picky.
Yep.
Now,
Now,
Alabama too.
yeah. I'll just say this. If you know exactly how much lumber it's going to take to build a certain square footage of house and you have enough land and you can cut down and mill all your lumber.
Yeah, back guys, I'm gonna smoke a cigarette real quick.
The thing is, if you don't have somebody with a drying kiln, you gotta let that lumber sit there. They say it's so much per inch that it takes for it to dry out. Just like, you gotta have 2x4s and stuff like that, because
that lumber has
the lumber.
To be between 20 and 21% dryness.
Yep. It's like, yeah, back in the day, an actual 2x4 was an actual 2x4.
Yep.
Now it's 1.5 by 3.5. It's like,
yep. You get ripped off by half an inch.
Yep. Now, I remember when my lawnmower shop guy, he wanted to redo the top plate on his seawall. He had to buy ground contact pressure treated lumber. So he called me up one day, asked me to come. He needed my help to unload the trailer. First few pieces of lumber, no problem. But after that, there was some of that. It took both of us. It was so soaking wet. And I think the longest piece, the longest pieces he had was 16 footers. I'm like,
yeah, that pressure treated wood is got a lot of it's been got a lot of moisture in it.
Yep. Now, back in the day, lumber like that used to have arsenic in it, and I had a stepbrother one time.
Yeah.
Yep, I had a stepbrother one time. He had to go to the hospital and get a damn splinter out of his hand because it was the old school pressure treated lumber.
Yep.
Because that arsenic, if you don't get that out of you and get something started in the way of a treatment, nope. And I have seen some pressure treated lumber guys that be cutting them with a circular saw, and I see sparks flying. I'm like, I don't know what that wood was treated with, but I'm like, yeah, buddy.
Pretty hard wood.
Yep.
Pretty hard,
Yep. Yeah. The one thing I would not want to damn do is buy a damn 4x8 sheet of damn what they call marine grade plywood. And it's getting to where nobody uses plywood anymore. It's all that chipboard crap.
That particle board shit.
Yep. Ain't nothing but damn.
Ain't worth a damn, to be honest with you. It's supposed to be cheaper, but expensive as all that stuff is. A lot of people going to this. What's that type wall? It's different than it's like a styrofoam like wall, and you pour it full of concrete.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember what you call it stuff, but it's you set it up, put your forms, you built everything you need to fill it full of concrete. A lot of people are going to that now.
Yep. Now, I remember when they built our new warehouse, there were certain walls in the warehouse that had to be poured concrete. These guys out there, I think they used actual plywood, but they had so much rebar in there. Then the day come when they had to pour the concrete, this guy had to go along and just take the vibrator and vibrate. But now I've seen this too. They built a new vinegar plant in Griffin. Well, all the walls were concrete and they were monolithic. They built the frame on the ground, walk of concrete, provide the concrete. They pour it, let it sit for a while. When it was just right, they take that big crane and stand it up next to they stand it up piece at a time and join it all together. I'm like,
Oh, they set up a machine, a 3D printing machine that prints. It's a huge. They set up a big platform, for the machine, and it's like a huge 3D printer. It prints they use concrete to print with.
Yep.
And they build houses with this machine. They said it takes up the actually do the floor, do everything, takes up to like 3 to 4 days to do it. And it runs 24 hours a day. You don't have to pay a man there to it'll work. It'll work during the night hours. And they say it's pretty quiet.
Yep. Yeah.
And the only thing is kind of you have to bring concrete to it to put in it. That's the only thing that they have to do. Put the concrete in it.
Yeah. Now, and was it? I used to live in Gwinnett County, Georgia. Well, I seen this concrete truck one day. I'm like, what the? Instead of there being a rear discharge, the damn the truck front of the truck was flat. It had a bigger drum, but it discharged over the cab, so they could pull up. They could pull up to something, and then have to worry about all this backing in and stuff. And I'm like,
Yeah, there's a lot of them like that. A lot of companies are going that type of trucks.
Yep.
They got some now. They got some now that you it's got a huge lift that raises up when they do a monolithic slabs. It already got a huge crane, like it picks up the line and fill it.
Yeah. Now, when they were first starting, they got everything ready. It was them. All I know, it was November of 2008. I watched them pour the concrete floor for our warehouse. It was 19 degrees outside. I had on a full-piece suit and a jacket. I'm standing there trying to watch these guys pour this concrete, and I'm like, and each truckload of concrete had to be 55 degrees Fahrenheit. They backed the mixer up to the damn pump truck. Poured in there, boom. This guy with a remote, he would operate the hose, but they had some guy standing there holding the hose to move it around and stuff. But I'm like, yeah. The company that was doing the pumping was called Cherokee Pumping. They had different size pump trucks. Different leaks. Yep. I thought to myself, man. And the day came when they were ready to pour our ramp for the new warehouse, because our warehouse the way it was built, they had to come in and dig out a certain part of the hillside was going to be built. Well, come a day, there were 2 spots they hit granite. Well, they knew full well they weren't going to get this granite out conventionally, so they had to call a blasting company in and blast it. Had to damn expose it, drill the holes, put the explosives in, then cover it back up with dirt. Well, they told us, we're going to be leaving at 4 o'clock because they didn't want us being around when they blasted. I'm like, okay, whatever. So they blasted it, removed the dirt, got in there, got all that granite out of the way. I'm like, Yeah. One day at work, we had an incident. They thought we had a natural gas leak, so everybody had to go outside. Well, it was a hot August day. I mean, the grass was brown as all get out. Yeah, they brought the excavator out there and lifted. Well, I'm just laying up on that excavator, and somebody's like, "Hey, don't be." I'm like, "I'm just laying up under here. I'm not gonna mess with a thing." I think it was a cat, but I'm like, I'm like, what do you think I'm gonna do? They got the key. I'm like, boy, I tell you what. But like I said, they got. It took a while. It started in. Oh, well, I forgot when they actually started. Well, they had to get this fence company of Marietta to come in and put up a damn chain link fence to fence off the construction zone and stuff. But I'm like, they got it done. But
You know what key that is? Well, that's a cat key. That's a caterpillar key.
Yep.
That goes to a cat.
And there's so many manufacturers of damn heavy equipment. Ain't even funny. You got Komatsu, you got damn Samsung, Cat. Good talk, mighty boy.
That's an old style John Deere. Goes to a backhoe. That'll fit a 310A, 310D, all of them.
Yep. Man.
Now back when I had that 310D backhoe of mine, I bet you couldn't crank it. Because let's say I had a little lock on it, preventing anybody just sticking a key in it, just turning it over. Let's say I had another little place somewhere with an on and off switch. Prevent somebody just jumping on it, cranking it up. I remember one time somebody busted all the damn windows out of our excavator. That'll piss you off.
Yeah, it would.
They knocked all the windows out of our 120 John Deere. Glass everywhere. They knocked it out. They knocked it out the front window, the front, and the side. They didn't. Thank goodness they didn't knock the one on this side out, and the back, and that top window. Yep. They didn't knock it out.
Yeah. They've been showing short little clips on YouTube. You see this cliff, all of a sudden it starts collapsing. Next thing you know, you see this big old damn excavator come rolling down the hill. I'm like, oops. Yep, they were in the wrong spot, the wrong time. Yep. Nah. Yeah. No.
I don't like working on the side of hills very, very much.
Nope.
I worked on. I had a D5 dozer that I graded the side of the hill with that thing, and that you were sitting like this on that damn hill. You sit there and have to hold that damn brake to grade with. And you sit sideways like this on that hill.
Yeah. Was it?
That little D5, so it was a low track dozer, but it had wide tracks on it. It didn't have the narrow tracks; it had the wide ones.
Yeah. I think one time there was a new shopping center being built in Griffin, And some of them spots, I looked at that mess one day. I'm like, I know full well there wasn't a machine on the side of this hill because the tracks weren't going up and down. They were going this way on the hillside. I'm like, yeah. Welcome to Heavy Equipment 101. We're going to teach you how to do this on that hill. You going to look at that hill, but yeah, okay.
Let's say this on that one hill I was on. Let's say you might as well have a pucker butthole because I was taking my sweet time with it.
Yep.
I wasn't going to take no more. No, whatever that Dozier will not do, I'm not going to allow. I had my seatbelt on.
Yep.
And I done what I needed to do and got it done, and I just took my sweet time and done it though.
Yep. All you can do.
I got the job done. I got it graded within grade where it needs to be, and where they can. I took an excavator with a thing that had holes in a round thing that had holes in it, like them aerators.
Yep.
Come out like that, and I stuck them in the ground, and it's got a vibrator on it, and it put holes in the ground.
Yep.
And I took the excavator and just running it up and down the side of the hill like this, and I done a whole area, and then come in, they shot seed and whatever else in there were going in them holes and all, and then they strawed it, and about 2 weeks later, grass was coming up.
Yep.
That's the only way we can do it.
Nah, I have seen hillsides. They would do what they call hydro seeding. It's kind of a real light green color. They just take a machine, just go along with a hole and just shoot it on there. You had everything. Now, they've got this stuff. It's hay and stuff like that. When they redid South Shore, there was a spot where the hills, the road was going like this, and they had to put that hay that had the seed and stuff already in it. They'll try to prevent washout, but I'm like,
I'll tell you one of the worst spots I ever been in when I was digging out a pond with that 120 excavator. I had to take it and pick up mats and walk on the mats with the excavator. I had about 4 mats, and I just walked out there. But tell you what, you went out there, you would have sunk that damn thing up to the top of the motor and the cab if you went off of it.
Yeah. There's a couple of it. Yep. Yeah, there's a couple.
That was a light. The 120 is a light machine. You wasn't going to put no 220 excavator up there. Nope.
Nah, there's some videos on YouTube where guys have had to go out and get them track holes that were covered up. Y'all thing you could pretty much see was the cab. I'm like, oh, that's gonna be fun.
I have had to recover one. That one of the people that we know, we had to dig that sucker out.
Yep.
On mats. We dug it down to solid ground where we could actually get our machine to solid ground.
Yep.
And we had to dig all the way around the other machine. And and finally got it out.
Yep. Nah.
And luckily, thank goodness he didn't get into the soupy stuff and water got into the engine or anything. That machine was still operational. But I have seen some like that, set like that right there in the boom just sticking out.
Yeah. Nah. I had an uncle one time. He had a pond on the front side of his farm. Well, somehow he got it drained out. Well, I had a set of water boots. I'm like, yeah, we'll see what this is like. So I walk out there and I step in that red clay mud. I went to lift up. The boot stayed. I mean, yep, that was damn sure creating some suction.
Hey, Waymaker, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, what's up, Waymaker?
I ain't seen that name in a long time.
Here's Blake. You want to come on up here, buddy? More than welcome to.
Mm.
I ain't
Ah.
seen
Yeah, I ain't
Rob
seen him in forever.
Yep.
Yeah, seemed like forever.
Now, I'll just say this. I'd hate to been there that day when they was out there across the street, digging out the inlet here. I said that one guy, like, he said, MF, like what? Damn, the excavator
Yeah, don't
was
feel bad,
sinking.
buddy.
It took them about an hour and a half to get that thing out of there. They had them big wooden thing, but for some reason it just, I'm like,
There's one thing you don't want to do when you have mats. Don't get no on an incline. You have any slight movement like that, you know what's going to happen. Right into the mud you go. Them things have to
yep,
be death level.
yep,
Don't get
yeah,
on the incline. Don't be stupid.
yep,
Because you do, you're gonna lose it. You're gonna lose a $200,000 machine very easily.
yep, yeah. See, this guy, he would get out there on the excavator. He would dig out a bucket load. They had a skid steer waiting. He would fill his bucket up, then he'd run it, dump it, come back, get another load. It took him a
And you
while,
talking
but I'm
about
like,
Chris? Talking about Chris? Let's dig 18.
Mm.
Yeah, I know Chris.
yeah.
I don't know him personally, but I have met him.
Mm. But I said that they got lucky. They was able to get that. I know it had to been a cat, but I just can't remember what side. But I'm like, yeah, buddy, yep, yep.
Yeah,
You know,
they got off the
yep,
mats and went.
yep,
I ain't no know-it-all either.
yeah,
Right? It's called experience.
yep,
We had to do that
it,
stuff.
yep. It's just like guys who drive concrete trucks. They know, guys have been doing it long enough. They know how to back in and out of a job site because if they know that damn ground's been wet for a long time, like, yep, you got to put this truck
Good,
in this
Tucker.
gear and do this and do that.
Tucker, move it.
A good concrete man that knows that truck very well. He can come in. And he comes in. And he can tell the way that ground feels with that truck.
Yep.
Know it's they don't have to carry it with a skid steer to the hole.
Yep. Yeah. But but now a lot of these concrete trucks are going to automatic transmissions because you're starting to get people in there that don't know what they're doing. They're like that. There's one guy, the people I stayed with, he used to have to train people how to drive a mixer, and he would have to train them in his mixer. And I heard he had this little stick with him. If he heard that gear grinding, he popped that hand like, hey, don't you tear my mixer up. I gotta make money with this joker. Back in the day, the more loads a mixer driver ran, the more money he made. But now it's like, yep. It's just like these log trucks. They try to get as many loads in as they can a day. And depending on how far away the lumber yard is that mills the lumber, shit, boy, you better watch them. Cause them guys, they gotta make as many loads a day as they can. Like, yeah, you better slow that thing down, buddy. Cause I said it don't take but one time. My daddy experienced it. They were in a van. His log truck lost his load. I'm like, yep. Yep.
I tell you, a log truck is dangerous.
Yep. Yeah, because he got them damn vertical rails that wood's got fit between. And if you don't keep a check on them ever so often, they start breaking. Yep. Yep. Because we have a lumber yard on Dennis Station here in Eatonton. And yeah, you just make sure that you stay far enough behind, because if them trucks can't stop and you going too fast, guess what? You're fitting to find out what a piece of damn pine tree tastes like, because it's going to go through your windshield. They got the flags. They got the flag and all that on there, but still, it's like, it don't take much. It don't take none at all for that.
The person here in this area had done that. They didn't stop. Pine tree went right through their vehicle, right through the passenger side, and it missed them about that much.
Yep.
And let's say this: if anybody was in that passenger side, they would have been dead.
Yep.
And the bad thing about it, his wife just got out of the truck not even 10 minutes later. 10 minutes before that. And he was going somewhere. If she was with him, she would have been dead.
Yep. Yeah, because I see
those trucks ain't nothing to play with. And a lot of them, that's the reason why they started kind of cutting back on the back of them, making it a certain length.
Yeah.
And it has to be a certain length, a certain height off the back of it.
Yep.
That's what the code is.
Yeah. But I seen so many logging trucks. I'm like, if you
be on the road.
Yeah, because like I said, you never know when GDOT's gonna be out. Your Department of Transportation vehicle inspections. If they don't like the looks of them tires on that truck, they'll pull that truck over and say, sorry, buddy, you better do something because your tires are looking kind of like because they a ball tire on a damn tractor rig. Yep. I mean, they care. Yep, they care.
Is that the little joker with barking earlier?
Yep.
Oh, that's adorable little doggy.
It's a little pixie. She thinks she's a big dog and she's not.
I bet she'll give them a tough time too, won't she?
Well, she does.
Yep.
Oh.
Oh, and tomorrow evening when Mama comes home, that one right there, she gonna be like, it's about time.
Yep.
That right there probably getting a lot of attention too.
Oh, she does.
Oh. As long as you don't chew on my cords and chew on my computer stuff and all that stuff.
She tries to chew on stuff. Don't you? Say, I try to. Yeah, she's pissed off because I'm not on the couch.
She's like, yeah, I like to be a couch potato.
Think you're right. You're mad I'm on the couch, aren't you?
Oh.
You can't curl up on the back of my neck and fall asleep and pin me there.
Oh yeah. Heard story about 2 gas stations around here. Both of them got closed up. They had water in the gas tank. All that rain we've been getting. Well, then I found out the Murphy gas station at the Walmart in Millersville, it's gonna be closed for 4 months while they remodel it. Then they get done with it. Then they gonna come to Eatonton and close that gas station and remodel it. I'm like, oh well. Because now you go on Walmart, they no longer sell cigarettes inside the store. If you want cigarettes, you got to go to the gas station. I'm like, oh well. Because Kroger in Millersville, they catching the business because of the Walmart gas station being closed. I'm like, oh yeah, and I found out something else too. This gas station in downtown Eatonton. He just recently,
What's Skyler?
last year, had new gas pumps and new gas tanks put in. Well,
2 cents into it too.
Yeah. I'll just say this. On a real cold morning, you go pump gas at that station, that pump is slow as all get out. Because it's been a while back I went to the gas station I go to get my ethanol-free gas. I'm like, why is this pump taking so long? Found out later on real cold mornings, it is just real slow. As the day gets warm, it speeds back up. I'm like, oh, well, what of them?
That's an old John Deere.
Yeah, I remember one time somebody was selling an old John Deere tricycle tractor. Hell, they didn't want but $1,000 for it. I'm like, boy, I wish I had got it, because later on somebody else bought it. Well, you could just barely see it, but in the block it was starting to crack because somebody didn't check the damn coolant in it. I'm like, but somebody else finally got a hold of it. They rebuilt the carburetor and stuff on it. I'm like, yeah, it's a nice looking tractor, but them damn tricycles, yep. Yeah, there's more farmers had more accidents back in the day because they didn't know what the fool they were doing with a tricycle. That's when they started
Thing with a tricycle, one, you can't turn it steep like you do a regular tractor.
Nope.
What?
They have to go sideways, go forward, boom. Turn that sucker over in a heartbeat.
Yep. And if I remember correctly, this thing had some kind of hand crank on the front. I guess it was to raise and lower the front end. I'm like,
no, that hand crank it with.
Yep. Like I said, hell, back then, I said, got in one but $1,000 for it. I'm like, darn it, boy, I should have bought that tractor, but it didn't be like, what am I going to do? Yeah. Yeah, because back then they ran them they ran them rib tires on the front. They didn't have the agro tires like they do on them now. It's like,
Are you trying to say that it's bedtime? You're trying to say that you're a little early.
Nah, I knew somebody bought a Ford model number 1920 tractor. Had 4-wheel drive and stuff. Yeah, great going, but you better make sure you got enough damn weight on the front end, because you go pick up them big round bells ahead and they soaking wet. Yeah, guess what? That front end gonna come off the ground and you're gonna have to use the damn brakes to steer the thing. I'm like, yep. Nah, I told that same guy one day, I said, yeah, well, I don't know if he was just playing me or what, but I'm like, yep, when you're using a tractor, you find the gear that works the best for what job you're going to do, and you leave it in it. So, like, if you're cutting field grass and stuff, you want to try to, go fast enough, not too fast, but you won't go fast enough to where you're moving, but yet you got to damn think about, you're cutting that grass, you want that damn field more to, be able to get all of it. And take that hat off. Oof.
Yeah, I'm looking for a multi-effects pedal. I can do all kinds of stuff with music.
No, he ain't getting on the table.
Everything just worming away. I seen a yeah, I had a drum machine today. That nice machine.
I'm not gonna sit here and hold you. No, I'm not.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Depending on the weather next weekend, Matt, I gotta go out there and put that on that John Deere.
Okay. Don't tell me where the heck it's at.
I know this is an easy excuse. The defense implied that because you took the money, all right? I don't want
Digitech.
justice. They call a liar because you're a stripper. Does that make you angry? It makes me furious. They can say whatever they want about you. That's right, he's man. Now when the man who raped you is just.
Yeah, I'm looking for
Is there a question here?
multi-effect guitar multi-effects pedals. Is what I'm looking for.
What do you think about Marquinhos right now?
Just damn shit's too expensive.
He was a bully in the room. He's a coward now.
This guy's got all kind of damn effect pedals.
Had the balls to say something. What's he so afraid of? You said you didn't rape me, then why aren't you man enough? Get up and just.
I like to have one that has every damn thing in it. Put the button. I want to have drums. I can turn drums on. I want to turn different things. Have a looper on it. Have it all.
No, you told me the line wasn't how was that? Amateur hour? Keep it up, you're getting some contempt. I'll go back to your rapist client. Best you got to.
All right, I'm going to get off here and call it. Enjoyed it.
All right, Matt. Have a good one, buddy.
All right, y'all take it easy. Hey, behave yourself, Robert.
Well, I try to.
All right. Take care, Stephen. Take care of yourself, bud.
Yep.
All right, catch y'all later.
You too.
All right.
Oh, hell. Oh, my arm hurts. Yeah, from where I slipped and fell and busted my ass. And then when I fell, I also hit my shoulder on the damn ice and shit.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, some people think, oh, that's just water. Yeah, you go out there and walk on and find out real quick, like what it really is. Yeah.
Well, see, the thing is,
Yep.
I didn't even see the ice. I just got out of my truck
Mm. Mm.
and took one step away from my truck and slipped.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. And some people probably still today ask that question, why they call it black ice? Well, let's just say this. If you're on a damn car, or if you're on an asphalt road that's just been repaved, you think it's water? Yeah. You'll find out real quick when your tire hits it. It's black ice because it's on top of damn, asphalt. Or they could say, well, it's black ice because it looks like water, but it's in actuality ice. It just got you fooled. Yeah. Mm.
Yeah, that shit was black ice, all right. Let me tell you what.
Yep. Yeah, it made you black and blue all over.
And the thing is, I was delivering food doing DoorDash. I saved the food, but hurt my damn shoulder in the process.
Yep. Oh, well, the other night I was coming up the steps in my room, and for some reason I slipped, went down backwards. And boy, I'm like, ooh, that's gonna leave a mark. And I've got a nice big scab running up my backbone. I'm
You're
like, yep,
getting too old to be falling there, Robert.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's definitely true. Cause like today, I'm walking along trying to damn go as slow as possible because my knee, and all of a sudden they'll start acting like they want to twist and make me fall. Then all of a sudden, I'm like, I can walk perfectly fine. I'm like, yep, well, now, was it last week? I walked from here to Twin Bridges store. And I tell you, because I thought my knees were getting perfectly fine. Well, I found out, yeah, they were damn freaking there set me up for failure. I got there, did what I had to do, and on the way back, there was times I didn't think I was going to make it. I finally got on South Shore, and then my knee started acting right. I'm like, it's about time, because boy, woof, that was just, nope. Yep. Yeah. Well, I said, yeah, I guess sometime next week when the weather starts getting back right and stuff, I'm gonna get out there and work on that John Deere mower, get the battery charged, see what it's gonna do. Like I said, because I got to get it running, get the mower pan to act, to be able to engage the mower pan, see if how it's acting. Because if it ain't acting right, well, that mower pan's coming off, and I'm gonna make it a pull tractor. Put some agro tires on the front, some agro tires on the back, and call it good. Because I need to go tomorrow to that guy's house and see what the fool's going on with my damn Blue Craftsman. He's had that thing shit. I forgot when I took it to him. I'm like, he done swapped the engine. It's just like, the weather's right, buddy. Get out there like today. The weather was perfect. Please just get my mower finished so I can have it. Because if I get that one back, I'm gonna probably pull up more pan off that Poland and make it a pull tractor. So, mm, mm.
Oh hell, shit
Mm.
fire.
Mm. Mm.
I just sent Emily a message, ask her if she wants to start up a chat on Discord.
Yep.
If she does, then we'll just go over there and I'll shut this one down.
Yep. Mm.
Did he?
Yeah. Just- I said, gotta get to get them mower doing something. Cause one day I've got to put this part on the mower pan to get it supported on the front. I'm glad I found this part, because otherwise I got like, oh, it's around there somewhere. I kept looking and looking. I'm like, oh, well, found this on eBay. I'm like, that'll work. Mm.
What's that do? Help keep it level or something?
Well, this attaches the front of the mower pan to the tractor. It's a very special, piece. You have to, I said it's made for the John Deere. That mine's a LT 133. I was wondering what the day I went and got the mower, I'm like, why is this pan on the front side dropped down? I kept looking. I'm like I said, I called the guy up I bought it from. He said, well, that piece is supposed to be in the barn somewhere. So I went and looked in the barn, and I'm like, well, I don't see it. So luckily I found this one on eBay. So I got to get it put on, get the front of the mower pan off the ground. So if the thing is, that engine's running proper, then I can engage the mower blades and see what kind of sounds I get out of the mower pan. Because if I don't like it, I'm gonna drop it, get rid of it. Because I could rebuild it, but that's just, I like my hydros. With a hydro, I can get in and out of situations quicker. And with a hydro, you have more precise engine control. You can keep the mower blades at full rev, but you can slow your speed down. Look, you can slow the speed down. So if I'm wanting to trim around a tree, the less weed eating I gotta do, the better off I am.
Yeah, buddy. That's all of us, really.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Weed eating. That is a one-time consuming chore. It's like, mm-mm. 905. Yep. And I still gotta get up there and fire up I gotta fire up my chainsaw and that other lady's chainsaw. I need to ask her about that chainsaw, because like I said, I'm keeping it for her because she had nowhere to keep it. Because she really don't use the thing much no way. It's like, anything need to be cut down, I do it. Yep.
Hey, what's up, Andrew? I don't think Emily's done with the bed.
Probably has.
She's
Well, I'll
wore
just
out.
say that. Yeah, I just say this time tomorrow night, she's gonna be sleeping on that new bed. Like, ooh, this feels so good.
I'm doing pretty good, Andrew.
Man.
Yeah, there's only like 17 states and the whole country that's rooting for the Rams. Everybody else is rooting for the Bengals. It kind of looks like the election map did when Trump beat Clinton. I don't know what the odds are, Andrew, but I got a pretty good feeling.
Mm.
And if from back in 1992, if the Simpsons are right, like they have been with everything else that they've predicted from the past, they should win 34-31.
Mm. Yeah. The money gonna be flowing tomorrow in Las Vegas. They're gonna be betting on anything and everything on that game.
Now in Las Vegas, Ohio's got books and shit too.
Yep. Mm. Mm. Oh God. And all those damn bars are gonna be open tomorrow for the game. Oh, they gonna be some.
Oh yeah, Andrew, it's gonna be a good game. The link's up to play if you want to come up.
Mm. Yeah, other day when I was out there, I finally got that gas tank pulled off that GT. I thought, hey, I got pretty much all the gas. Took the gas cap off. Next thing I don't know, like, what the fool? I'm like, oh snap! Spilled a little gasoline on one of my tennis shoes. I'm like, yeah, okay, let's go in the house, change shoes, change sock.
Yeah, the Rams actually were the Browns at one point in time. Then the Browns left Cleveland and went somewhere. It became the Rams.
Mm. Yeah, L.A. Yep. Mm. Yeah, I'm think one time Atlanta we had a hockey team. Well, found out this ain't working. So oh yeah, and next month is March Madness. All the damn college teams gonna
I can
be.
give a shit less about that, to be honest. Yeah, I
Yeah,
watch it to see how far UC, Ohio State, and Dayton gets in it. But other than that, once those three teams are out, I quit watching it.
yep. I remember one year, Papa John was giving away March Madness basketballs if you ordered a certain amount of. God, I think you had to order one piece of something. You got a March Madness basketball. I mean, yeah, so I ordered it. Got the basketball. I'm like, yeah, well.
Yep. All right, I'm gonna run out here and smoke a cigarette. I'll be right back. We got one dog following.
Sergeant Florida, guessing Cat didn't open up. Care when you talk about another officer. Anyone seems to be his confidential. All right. Let me ask you this. Someone came in here and told you they were going for a visit about the time you report that. Said the system allows cops to make appointments with outside therapists. But she worked for the police department. In this capacity, yes, the department is more concerned that people get help rather than worry about their records. Yeah, but that might be all if it's warranted. And send me to the rubber gun squad. So why would anybody ever tell you anything? The thing that gets me is the way that Rachel was talking last night. It was like I had the life that she should have had. Back then in NYPD, being a woman was hard enough. Being a woman of color. Yeah, I get that, but it was probably more than one thing that pushed her on the edge. It just bothers me because a few years ago we ran into each other and we said, let's get a cup of coffee. And then I adopted Noah and I got promoted and just never followed through. And you can't be responsible for everybody. No, I just wish I could. Hey, Sure, what's up? You need a room. Yeah. Stand by me. Thanks. What's going on? It's about Rachel Wilson's suicide. Yeah, the investigators recovered a cell phone from the scene. She made a video statement right before she killed herself. Several years ago, I was violently assaulted and raped by a superior officer. I went to my sergeant, IAB, and all conspired to protect my attacker. I named names here, but it doesn't matter anymore. You won. I lost. I was so proud to be a cop. But the system betrayed me. NYPD will always protect what they see as their own. And they didn't protect me. Anyway, I said my piece. I don't know why she do that drinking, Tucker. He said he has no idea why. And you believe him? I don't know what to believe. And I don't know what to do about it. Yes, you do. You gotta forgive us. We just closed down the house last week, so everything's at 6s and 7s. Oh, I know what that's like. Ed, you have company. Hey, I'm sorry to barge in. I'll leave you. Thanks. Hold on. About Rachel Wilson? It is. It turns out that Rachel made a video before she shot herself. She said that she was sexually assaulted by a colleague on the job. She really? No, but she said there was a cover-up. She brought it to IAB, but there was nothing in the files. First I'm hearing about it. Really? Because it seemed like she knew you at the party. What was that about? I'm not sure. How long ago? I was hoping that you could tell me. And she threw a drink at you. I'm sorry. I lost them. I was done 600 cases that I had made. They don't have to dig out my notes. I want to believe you how to do it, but you just did something that you never did when we were together. What's that? You lied to my face.
There we go. Well, Robert left, Andrew, so I guess I'm going to go ahead and close this down. So I'll talk good to you later, buddy.